Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and at this point I'm still going through and awakening a lot of the World Tournament units. After the last World Tournament, I was able to obtain a ton of the World Tournament medals because it's really easier than ever to actually go through and get all of those medals. So I want to go ahead and awaken the Foot Kamehameha Goku today. This guy, he's okay. But, he's on a couple categories where he actually could help in other ways, just besides being a good unit. We'll talk about that in a bit. Let me just go ahead and level this guy up, and then we will go ahead and hop into an event after that. Alright guys, so we have the Foot Kamehameha Goku all the way leveled up. Let's go ahead and hop into an event, and let's see how powerful this guy can be. Now, I did already do a showcase of him at 100% on my friend's account, but I do kind of want, I do want to explain this because I have seen quite a few comments recently of like, I'll showcase a certain unit at 100% on my friend's account, and then it's kind of like, you already showcased this unit, why are you doing it again? But like, since I started like really hardcore covering Dokkan on my channel, like, I don't know, I've almost, like, originally my roots were like basically a let's plays of like, various games like old school Final Fantasies, Resident Evils, shit like that. And I took like a very let's play like type approach to a lot of my Dokkan videos. Like, I would awaken all of my units on camera, like certain farms I would always try and like actually like feed in all the dupes, like all the like copies of like units I would farm. I would try and do that like on video, right? So even though I already did showcase the unit like at 100% at its max potential, like I do still want to awaken the unit and then like do a video covering him like I've been doing for the past several months. The reason is because I would say that most of the people who have been watching me for a while seem to like the format. I mean, I'm always open for change, but like it seems as though a lot of people do dig it. So I'll probably keep doing that for a little while longer. I don't know. Y'all tell me if you like the format or not. Alright, so this Goku, right? He's very good. Yeah, let's get LR Goji off rotation. This Goku is very good. I would say, actually. The only thing, okay, yeah, we can get a super right there. Only thing is, you do have to get the super attack off first, before he's actually, okay, so, wait, Vegito Blue, he can only just not be stunned, but he can be sealed right here. Okay, that's interesting. This Goku needs to super first, and he'll actually be able to tank a little bit after he supers, because he's one of those units who, will, like, activate his abilities on super attack. Now, that actually would be pretty good, because he does have a defensive link. And, of course, we do have a couple support units on the team as well to kind of facilitate this as well. But, because his defensive bonus is applied on super attack, it means we could get a monster buff for it from support type passives and then also from links. And there is a defensive link that we'll have with Ultimate Gohan right here. So I'm going to toss Ultimate Gohan off rotation because I do want to get him with that Goku. We'll have Trunksu just get these tech orbs right there. This Gohan, it doesn't really matter that he super attacks. And then this Ultimate Gohan, it has been a long time since I've used this guy. I mean, honestly, on JP, this is probably one of the first times I've used this physical Ultimate Gohan. Believe it or not, for the longest time, I had never pulled this guy. Like, it was all the way up to the Tapion banner or something where I had never pulled this guy. And then I think I pulled him 3 times in like 400 stones or like 300 stones or something like that. Like, I had gone like, literally like 20,000 stones on JP in total on banners with that Gohan like being in it, and I never pulled him. And then on the Tapion banner, I pulled him a whole bunch of times in like a really short amount of stones. I remember that was wild. Now I do want to get this. I want this Goku to attack, man. So, if it's a showcase for him, I certainly would like to see him actually doing something. No 11 key super. Now, could we finish Vegito Blue off right here? Maybe not. I'm actually going to go ahead and pop an Icarus right here because, like, Gotenks will take a lot of damage at the end. And obviously Bardock, you know, because he's like a support type unit, yeah, almost 20k. Like, if I hadn't used an Icarus, that could have been very bad. I feel as though, like, support type units, you don't really want to give a lot of potential system buffs, like, in general. Like, yeah, they're units that'll be, you know, valuable on a variety of teams, but, like, the impact of giving them orbs is not, like, really a big deal, right? Like, if you give orbs to, like, a fucking LR, it seems as though they're, like, potential quadruples. Like, they get, you know, 4 times as powerful from potential system buffs, but, you know, lesser units, it'll feel like they won't get as big a buff. And then, obviously, for certain units, like the Foot Kamehameha Goku, obviously, he has a free-to-play potential system where he only gets 3,000 to all stats, which is a lot lesser, you know, a lot less of a buff than many of the other like summonable units will get. So that always is something that you're going to want to keep in mind. Okay, so here we go. This is pretty good right here. We have Goku linked up with Gohan, and we have Bardock on the rotation. I'm going to go ahead and use a Senzu Bean. I think we have do we have an Icarus active? No, we don't. We do not have an Icarus active. I would like to see how much this Goku can tank, but I do wonder if I need to use an item. I do see... Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get Bardock first, because you can seal this motherfucker. That's actually surprising. Most bosses, like, at this point, you cannot be sealed, but Tech Vegito Blue actually can, so we can make good on that. Real quick, before we finish up the fight, I do want to do the usual kind of breakdown of Goku right here. So, this is Martial Artist Fight Goku. His leader skill is Physical Type Ki +2, and Attack and Defense 60%, so that's fodder, don't worry about that. His super attack is the Foot Kamehameha, which does supreme damage with a medium chance to stun. So that's really nice. Medium chance, of course, is a 30% chance. Obviously, like, it's some fights you can't stun, some fights you can. Like, at this point, most of the top tier bosses, though, will be immune to something. Vegito Blue here, as we're fighting, he is immune to stun, but he can be sealed and his attack and defense lowered. But on most fights, the first phase or two, usually bosses will be susceptible to most status effects. So a 30% chance is pretty likely to occur. His passive skill is Holding Out, which is attack and defense 80% when performing a super attack. Now again, because his passive is when performing a super attack, the buff will actually equate higher than if it was at the start of turn, because support type passives and links are factored in, like, you know, before the super attack. So it's just going to skyrocket the amount of damage and the amount that, you know, in this Goku's case, will be able to defend, because we look at his links, All in the Family, Infighter, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, World Tournament Champion, Turtle School, and Shattering Limit. All in the Family is actually a 15% defensive link, and he does share that with Ultimate Gohan, so that will make this guy, his defense go up quite a bit, so that's going to be very useful. 12K multiplier is 140%, and of course, as a base form Goku, he can be easily farmed from any number of cards, and he does also have 2 categories. We have the World Tournament category right here. Obviously, you know, this is a card literally from Goku's fight against Piccolo. And then he also is on the low-class Saiyan category. Now, that's interesting. I do think this Goku will be solid on that category because of the fact that he, like, will be able to get that defensive and attack buff. I don't know. I'm actually thinking here, I might need to heal, because Bardock will take a lot. Yeah, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to pop a King Yama right here, because I think this is 3 units that are all 1% in the hidden potential system for me. Like, we don't really have a defensive unit on rotation right now, so I do think it would be wise for me to use, like, a King Yama. Like, if Vegito Blue, okay, he did not super right off the bat, but if he had supered right off the bat, your boy would have been in trouble, which would not have been good. But we did manage to get him sealed, but still, even with a King Yama, that's a lot of fucking damage we're taking. Goku's attacks at around 330,000. Again, I don't think giving this guy potential system orbs is a good idea because of the fact that he has a free-to-play potential system. You know, orbs are so limited nowadays that you don't really want to toss them into, you know, units that aren't going to get like a substantial buff from them. Okay, so we'll, I'm thinking, you know, if I get all these physical type orbs for LR Gogeta right here, like that, that's a wrap for our boy. Like it's curtains for this motherfucker because, yo, LR Gogeta. I've said this before. Wow. Okay, Trunks showing up. Said this before. I'll say it again. LR Gogeta and LR Super Vegito are the two best units in the game. They stand over everything. They are stupid busted. So any chance to get them an 18 key super, and they're going to absolutely just blow away the competition. Plus, you know, in like one of these showcases like this where I'm, you know, going through a fight like this pretty slowly because I'm bringing a lot of units that, you know, aren't optimal, really just designed to help make the Goku look a little better. So many turns are passing that it actually is feasible that I could get the transformation to occur. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pop a Dende right here, and I actually think I will pop a King Yama as well. What should I? Yeah, I should pop a King Yama, because our boy Vegito Blue, he is attacking a lot. I do like how much he attacks, you know. I'm looking forward to when they add the next stage of Boss Rush, and, you know, we'll have, the next one should be a really long one that has, like, all the boss fights that have come out since, like, the last Boss Rush is out. That would be sick. And then it could, you know, just like that original mega long Boss Rush, you know, where you kind of went through all the different God leaders and demigod leaders, and then eventually it got down to where you're fighting the four, like, hero and villain leaders: Vegito Blue, Rose Goku Black, Merge Zamasu, and then the Spirit Bomb Sword Rage Trunks. They could do something similar. Also, that is an interesting idea for what we could get on Golden Week, by the way. Could be a Spirit Bomb Sword Trunks and then a Merge Zamasu. An update for the two of them, like Tech Vegito Blue and SCR Rose Goku Black. If that is the case, that would be crazy hype, because there definitely does need to be a stronger Merge Zamasu in the game and a stronger Spirit Bomb Sword Trunks. Like, those two, like, I mean, nowadays, like, I would actually say they probably are pretty iconic characters. Like, you know, for this generation, they're going to remember that Spirit Bomb Sword. So, I wouldn't be shocked if we saw something like that implemented pretty soon. But, alright guys, that will cover this video right here. We got the Foot Kamehameha Goku Awakened. You know, I remember grinding that guy on Global. That was last March. March of 2017. I remember that was the dark era of Global where there was nothing. And after that tournament is when Base Form Goku Black came out. I remember that very, very clearly. But hey, he finally got his awakening here on JP, and it should be coming to Global in a few tournaments. But thanks guys for watching, and I will catch you guys later.